Over the years, I have had the opportunity to do a lot of work with youth, and I think it was part of our own mantra. We have this mantra here, and it's more or less like learn, earn, and return. So that was part of the returning, like going back to the community. I do the work in the Jane and Finch corridor, and so I met an old a social worker friend who told me about the opportunity of coming into the school and talking to the students. And I would go to New York a lot. A friend of mine was a writer, so we'd go to the Strand bookstore in Manhattan. There'd be tons of books on philosophy, film, you name it. And we'd go in and just spend hours reading, eventually buying books that we loved and leaving. And I bought this book by Roger Moore and Heather Mead, and it was called Young Filmmakers. They actually went out into Hell's Kitchen and a number of other neighborhoods in New York City, and they were working with at-risk youth that had trouble engaging in society, and they found that they tried so many different angles to engage the youth and nothing worked. But when they actually started doing filmmaking, the youth loved it because they saw their ideas and their voice on film. These educators thought, voila, this is a eureka moment. And so when I read the book, it made me think, this is incredible, because when my social worker friend asked me to come back to Jane and Finch, he wanted me to come and just talk about business. And sometimes business is not a band-aid solution for all. And I realized that a lot of the kids were dealing with issues at home that business couldn't fix. So you'd have to address these issues. And that's why the social workers were there, yes. But sometimes you have to tackle it in an indirect way. So we started writing stories. I went to the class. We created a little workshop where we were writing stories, taught them how to use the script writing software. So they were learning. We put them in the driver's seat. We created a little 5-minute skit. We brought the equipment in, had them film it, took all that footage, brought it back into the machine, edited it on the spot, cut it up, and then played it back in the class for them. They were blown away, first of all, to see themselves on screen. They had never even fathomed that that would be possible. So they saw themselves on screen, they saw themselves performing and acting, and they actually created it. They did it. That blew them away. And from that, they were all in. And we've been doing it for the last 10 years now. I've been doing it for the last 10 years with these social workers. And the beautiful thing is that we had Seneca York commit to a deal with our program, Shoot With This, to actually provide 3 spots for students each year that want to go into radio and television broadcasting and go on to post-secondary. And I've had students graduate that are working in the field to this day, that are also running their own not-profit organizations impacting other youth. So it's great to see the rewards come back. And when you put in a little effort, you put in a little time, kids grow wings and they fly.